Hello my dear students, let's learn VARIGON'S theorem of moments. Before we move forward, let's have one small quiz. So, we have three cases, right? Consider this case. Here, resultant force of engine is 100 Newton and air resistance is 800 Newton. Will this car move forward? Yes or no? Now, for this case number 2, and the answer is no for first case. Now for the next case, engine force is 800 Newton and air resistance is also 800 Newton. So this car also will not move forward. This will be in stable condition because both forces are same, resultant force of engine as well as air resistance, right? So in this case also car don't move forward. Now in this case resultant force of engine is 2000 Newton and air resistance is 800 Newton, right? So this car definitely move forward because resultant force of engine is more, right? So this is about the resultant, and now let's see what is resultant. Consider this game. Which game is this? You know now, right? And you're right, it's volleyball, right? For the same, what is the concept? Player use their hands to bat a ball back and forth over high net, right? So what is the resultant force? What about the resultant? What about this player how to do, right? The players that has to ground the ball on the other team's court, right? And resultant is the single force, right? Resultant is single force. And what about the resultant? That should be over here, right? So what we have done? We have replaced these two forces, and that is the self-weight of ball as well as the lift force into a single resultant in such a way that this ball grounds on other team's court, right? So this is about the resultant. It is a single force, right? And it is replaced by two forces. One is self-weight, another one is lift force, right? So resultant is single force, and you can replace the same by number of forces, right? Now next example. Resultant force is a single force which produces the same effect as it produced by number of forces, right? You can consider this example. Here downward force is 10, upward force is 5, and what is the resultant? 5 kilonewton, and it acting in downward direction, right? Now consider second case. In this case of beam, this force is say 10 kilonewton, another one is 10 and another one is also 10, and what is the resultant? 10 plus 10 plus 10, and it is 30 Newton in downward direction. Now consider case 3. For this case, 10 kilonewton in right direction, 5 kilonewton in left side, right? So 10 minus 5 kilonewton in left, right? So you can say the resultant is a single force and it produces same effect as it produced by number of forces, right? Now let's see another one example. Now VARIGON'S theorem, right? So VARIGON'S theorem, that can be explained by this equation only, right? Here what is this? What is this? This is algebraic sum, yes or no, right? So this is algebraic sum, and m for the moment, again f for the force, and a is the point, right? So here see a is the point, and m for the moment, and r for resultant, and a, that is again a point. So algebraic sum of moment of all forces about a point is equal to the moment of resultant about the same point, right? So algebraic sum of moment of all forces about any point, that is equal to moment of resultant about the same point, as equation says, right? Let us understand the same by example. Now this 12 kilonewton, that is 2 meter away from a point, and what about the moment? It is 12 into 2, and it is 24 in clockwise direction, right? Now the another one force, that is 3 kilonewton, and it is 3 meter distance, perpendicular distance from a point. So 3 into 3, it is a 9. So total moment is 12 into 2 plus 3 into 3, that is equal to 33 kilonewton into meter. And this R, that is say resultant, and we don't know the distance of R, so it is what? Say x, right? So the moment of resultant about a point is R into x, right? So by Varigon's theorem you can determine this x, right? So that is a algebraic sum of moment of all forces about a point is 33, and moment of resultant about a point is R into x. By equating this two, definitely you can determine x. Now let us see example on that. Now consider this simply supported beam, right? This 10 kilonewton force is acting over here 2 meter from a point, then this 10 kilonewton, that is 4.5 meter from a point, and this 10 kilonewton is say 6.5 meter from a point, right? So taking the moment about a point is 10 into 2 plus 10 into 4.5 plus 10 into 6.5 is equal to 125 kilonewton into meter. And the moment of resultant about the same point is, suppose resultant is acting over here, right? And total resultant force is 10 plus 10 plus 10 and is equal to 30. And we don't know the x, so it is a 30 into x, right? So equating, now applying the Varigon's theorem, it is algebraic sum of moment of all forces about a point is equal to moment of resultant about a point. Now equating these two forces, we can determine x, right? So resultant is acting at 4.16 meter from a point, right? So I hope your query of Varigon's theorem is clear. If you have any doubt, any query, any question, you can share me comments. Even you can mail me on structuralengineeringconcepts@gmail.com. If you like my video, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.